Hey y'all, good to see you. Um, Getting ready to take a trip, and we're going to Tennessee. Um, Taking our grandson, so we're gonna do some touristy stuff. He's 4, so cats are fighting. Anyway, when you go to these places and you don't want to be unarmed, having a concealed carry is the best way to go. Obviously, you don't want everybody and their brother knowing that you're armed. However, when you're a bigger guy like me, wearing a holster is not all that practical when it's hot out. So, to combat that, I bought this. This is a Smith & Wesson CSX 9mm, and it's still, even though it fits in my pocket, it still holds 12 rounds. So, a lot of people don't like single action only. This is very much like, it's basically a small 1911. Like, oh, well, don't carry it with one racked in the chamber because, bad things could happen. Who says you have time to do that? Yeah, it doesn't take very long, but 1 second might be the difference between life and death. Do you really want to take that risk? It has a safety right here at my thumb. So if I pulled that trigger right now, the safety's on. There's one in the chamber. Nothing. Well, that safety can get knocked off. Sure it can. You can lower the hammer to half cock. I don't like doing that indoors because accidents happen and your thumb might slip on the hammer. Any number of things could happen. So I'm not going to do that in the house. However, I'm going to take this outside in a few minutes when this video is over and lower it to half cock. Don't lower it all the way. If you lower it all the way, then the firing pin will sit on the primer, and that's when accidents happen as well. People that have a lot of experience with single action only weapons know this kind of thing. If you don't have a lot of experience with single action weapons and you want to carry one, go get some experience first. Practice with it before you carry it. And I don't mean just practice shooting. I mean practice dropping it to half cock. Do all that in a safe manner. Do it outside, away from people. Don't point it. You never want to point a weapon at anything that you're not willing to destroy. So please don't do that. But this fits right in my pocket, and it's pretty accurate. I fired it. I could put everything on a paper plate at 20 yards, and 99% of gunfights happen in 21 feet or less. So I feel pretty confident with it. We're going to Tennessee, and two-legged predators aren't the only type down there. There's four-legged as well. Like Gatlinburg has police presence every night in the town to run black bears off because the black bears come into town and get in the garbage. So if you're in that kind of environment, just be aware of your surroundings at all times. If you're down there partying, drinking, you might want to have a designated shooter. Like, they're not just the driver, they're also the one carrying a weapon in case things get bad. So, because, I used to be a drinker. I was a drinker in the military. Of course, 99% of people in the military are drinkers and smokers for that matter, or at least they used to be when I was in. So, just keep those types of things in mind. Now it's just going to be me and my wife and our grandson on this trip. So I will always be the designated driver and shooter. I've got the most experience. It's just an obvious choice. So anyway, I don't want to keep you on here any longer than I have to, but when you go on a trip, make sure you have the right weapon for the jobs that you anticipate having the most likely possibility of occurring. But you also need to take supplies. You need a comprehensive first aid kit to take with you, because say we're down there in Tennessee having a great time and anything happens, a meteor hits Earth, that which is not out of the realm of possibility. They're tracking a couple right now. One of them's called Apophis, but that's still a few years away. I think they said it's going to bypass us in 2029. They hope it's going to bypass us, but they're not sure. It could hit us. If it hits us, they said the most likely trajectory will put it right off the coast of California. So they pinpointed it to Catalina Island. So if that happens, whole new world. But my point is, if something like that, something bad were to happen while we're down there, that's a 5-hour drive if we drive straight through. Who's to say the roads won't be blocked? You got to be prepared. I'm not going any further away from home than I can make on one tank of gas. So that's 300-ish miles. We're going to be less than that from where we're going. So I'm confident that we can make it home. But if something bad happens, it ain't going to be in 5 hours. Hell, it might not be in 5 days. So have cash, have a weapon and ammo that you're confident with, have a first aid kit, and have food and water. Or at least a way to get food and water. That cash comes in there too. But, like a life straw, some kind of object that you can get water with. You probably want to have, some space blankets, a tarp, all these things in case you have to walk. Just be prepared when you're away from home. You want a get home bag. I am putting mine together today for my truck. I don't have one for that vehicle yet, and this is the best time for me to do it, right before leaving the house. That way I know what's in it. It hasn't been forever since I did it, so I forget what's in there. I'll know, top of my head, what I have and where in my bag it is. So, just food for thought. Now, this has been way longer than I wanted it to be, but there you go. Till next time, I'm Mount Victoria Karam. Stay safe out there.